want to show you something really quick that sometimes happens here. After a trade goes through, sometimes a position gets left over like this, but you don't see any positions on your screen as if there's nothing there. There's a couple things that you can do to verify whether or not this position is real. One, and the quickest thing, especially if you're with Apex, my hope is that you have Rhythmic open so you can actually look at it and see what's going on. But look at your Rhythmic recent orders and verify there's nothing showing there. The other thing you could do in Rhythmic, if you look at your P&L accounts, all of the P&L line items, if they're empty, if they're blank, that means there is a trade in process. Now, if there's a number in there, it means that there's no trade because the number is just showing exactly what's in there, right? And so you want to make sure that there's nothing showing in there, that there's no orders. And then if none of that exists, you can even check in here in the orders and executions and see if anything is actually alive. But basically, if none of those exist, the reality is that this is just considered, I call it a ghost because it doesn't exactly exist. It's not really there. You don't see it on the charts. So we don't have anything showing, like if we look at our recent orders in Apex, it's empty. There's nothing there. And if we looked at our profit and loss line item on each of our accounts in the trader dashboard on Apex, again, those all have full values in there, nothing empty. So if it's empty, it means there's a trade in process. If it's a full value, if you have an actual value in there, it means that there's no trade in process. This is fake. This is some kind of leftover that NinjaTrader never got some kind of confirmation that the broker actually completed the trade, and so it's still showing it. And so there's a very simple fix, and you want to make sure you do this because if you don't, you can get in a lot of trouble with it. Disable your charts and take care of this connection issue. So just go here, go to Apex, and just disconnect. And it says I have an open position, and then I have two strategies running. Do you want to disconnect? Just say yes. Okay, now we're not in any real trades, and so we want to disconnect. Okay, we're disconnected now. See, we're not in any real order. We've disconnected, even though NinjaTrader thinks we're in an order. And now we just go back to Apex and reconnect, okay? And so if you see the green light down here, we've already reconnected, right? And in positions, nothing exists anymore. So it's removed it on its own because it reconnects with Rhythmic, with Apex, and verifies what's actually on their account and what's happening. And it shows that there are no positions open. And so that's what we now see here. And so that fake order has now disappeared. And if you open a new chart, exactly like we were trading off of, and then we go to check that same account, it was number 5 again, nothing there. And so this is something that's really important, and this doesn't happen for everybody. I've noticed a lot of times these kind of issues occur with internet connections that aren't very good. Mine, where I live, is not very good. And so I sometimes get weird issues like that, weird trades that don't close but have actually closed. I'll get all sorts of odd stuff sometimes with the actual copier. Trade closes and then it reopens for some reason and recloses because NinjaTrader didn't verify something with the broker. But again, a lot of these issues come down to internet. So if your internet's not great, you want to verify things after trades happen. Even if your internet is perfect, you still verify because you just never know. Bugs in software are just so common, unfortunately. The other option you have is to get a VPS. And if you go to our Discord, we have a section there and you can sign up to the VPS that we recommend. And with a VPS, you have near perfect internet and you'll get real good orders in and out, and your positions will probably be real clean. But yeah, it's that simple. That's the ghost issue.